Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. I want you to reflect deeply how many people in your life truly know you. Not the version of you that smiles for the crowd, not the version that posts on social media or cracks jokes at work, but the real you. The raw, unfiltered you, the one who dreams big, hurts deeply, loves fiercely, and struggles silently. How many people have earned the right to stand in that sacred space with you? You see, we live in a world that celebrates noise. Everywhere you turn, there's this pressure to surround yourself with more friends, more followers, more connections. The world says the more people you have around you, the more successful you are. But I'm here to tell you today, that's a lie. Let me say this loud and clear: a man with no friends or a very small circle is a very secure man. And I know that might sound strange to some of you. It might even feel like an attack on everything you've been taught. But stay with me, because I'm going to show you why those words are the key to a life of strength, peace, and purpose. First, let's talk about solitude, not loneliness, solitude. There's a difference. Loneliness is when you crave company and can't find it. Solitude is when you choose to step away from the crowd. It's in that solitude where you learn who you truly are. A man who is comfortable being alone is a man who knows himself. When you strip away the noise, when you're not performing for anyone, when you're not trying to impress or fit in, that's when you discover the depths of your character. Think about it. The strongest trees don't grow in forests packed tightly together. No, the strongest trees grow on mountaintops, standing alone, exposed to every storm, every wind, every trial. And because they stood alone, they've grown roots so deep that no hurricane can bring them down. A man with no friends or a very small circle is like that tree. He's not afraid of solitude because he's secure in who he is. He doesn't need the crowd's approval to validate his worth. He doesn't need the noise to drown out his fears. He's faced those fears head on in silence and conquered them. Now, let's talk about the company you keep. Some people will tell you the more the merrier, but I'm here to tell you not all company is good company. There's an old saying: if you walk with wolves, you'll learn to howl. But if you walk with lions, you'll learn to roar. The people you allow into your life will shape you, whether you realize it or not. So ask yourself, are the people in your circle lifting you higher, or are they dragging you down? A secure man doesn't need to surround himself with 100 acquaintances just to feel important. He understands the value of quality over quantity. He knows that one loyal friend is worth more than 1,000 fair weather companions. He chooses his circle with care because he knows his peace, his energy, and his purpose are too precious to waste on people who don't deserve them. Some people are only in your life because they like the version of you that serves their interests. The moment you stop being useful to them, they vanish. A secure man recognizes this. He doesn't let just anyone into his life. He guards his circle like a fortress because he knows that what's inside that circle is dreams, his values, his heart is worth protecting. Let's get real for a moment. How many of you have done something just because you wanted someone's approval? How many of you said yes when you wanted to say no just to avoid disappointing someone? We've all been there. But let me tell you something: a secure man doesn't live for the approval of others. He doesn't need a crowd cheering for him to feel accomplished. He doesn't need 100 people patting him on the back to know he's on the right path. A secure man lives for a higher purpose. He sets his own standards and measures himself against them. And let me tell you, that kind of man is dangerous in the best possible way. He's dangerous to mediocrity. He's dangerous to fear. He's dangerous to anything or anyone that tries to distract him from his mission. Here's the beauty of having a small circle: it's freeing. When you keep your circle small, you don't have to pretend. You don't have to put on a show. You don't have to be anyone but yourself. Your small circle becomes your sanctuary. It's where you can let your guard down, speak your truth, and be vulnerable without fear of judgment. And let me tell you, vulnerability is not weakness, it's strength. A secure man knows this. In that small circle, you'll find people who genuinely care about you, not for what you can do for them, not for what you bring to the table, but simply for who you are. These are the people who will celebrate your victories and stand by you in your darkest hours. These are the people who will call you out when you're wrong and push you to be better. Now, let's flip the coin. What happens when you try to keep too many people around? I'll tell you what happens: you lose yourself. When you try to be everything to everyone, you end up being nothing to yourself. You spread yourself so thin that you have no energy left for the things that truly matter. You become a puppet, dancing to the tune of everyone else's expectations. A secure man refuses to live that way. He doesn't chase popularity. He doesn't chase attention. He chases purpose. He knows that the fewer people he has to answer to, the more he can focus on his mission. Let me leave you with this: security doesn't come from the outside. It doesn't come from the number of friends you have, the size of your social circle, or the applause of the crowd. Security comes from within. It comes from knowing who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. It comes from being comfortable in your own skin, even when the world doesn't understand you. A man with no friends or a very small circle is secure because he's not looking for external validation. He's found his worth in something deeper. He's found his strength in solitude, his peace and purpose, and his joy and authenticity. So I challenge you today, take a hard look at your life. Look at the people around you. Are they helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Are they adding value to your life, or are they draining your energy? And more importantly, take a hard look at yourself. Are you comfortable standing alone? Are you secure enough to walk your path even if no one else is walking with you? Because here's the truth, the path to greatness is often a lonely one. But don't let that scare you. Embrace it. Walk it with confidence. Walk it with purpose. And walk it knowing that a man with no friends or a very small circle is a man who is truly free. Thank you.